Okay. First come the announcements, then come the other things. The things. The things that come. Let's see, tweet that out. Excuse me, this is a good start. Throat is all exploding into massive and minuscule particles. More like Alan broke. Got him! Hey Sly, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm just very slowly and very methodically sending out the announcements so that everybody knows that your boy Pale Voyager is streaming, and it's really hot, so I will not have my camera on today, thank you. I can't handle it. It's too warm. I don't like it. I'll just slap the little fingerprints on the bottom left there, though. I had to do the tricky, so yeah, I got it. I hadn't obscured the camera obscura, just yet, and so I didn't want anyone to see the flavor of underwear that I'm wearing today. That's the long and the short of it. That's the schlong and the schlort of it. Someone named Corigris, I don't know how to pronounce that, but they followed me 3 days ago, and so thank you. Thank you for the follow. I suspect that might be the viewer who commented on the dishwasher video that I had replied to. So thank you for the follow. I do really appreciate that. I guess I'm gonna have to leave this in on the YouTube VOD now. So I suppose this is gonna be a very easy upload. If they don't port Fatal Frame 4, I'm gonna have to riot somewhere. I'm with you. I'm with you on this one, Sly. I think you should. I think we all should. So I've been doing a little bit of thinking about Alan Wake, you know, and the Remedy-verse. I've been doing some thinking. I forgot to close my window. Well, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm not even gonna mute my mic. Here we go. It's time to close a window on stream. We got interactive window closing. I just dropped the latch. Okay, there we go. Bam. All right, window closed, baby. That's it. No more oxygen in this bedroom. Ha 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 ha. Vroom vroom. Yeah, we gotta try to mitigate the vroom vroom. That is very important. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about Alan Wake and the Remedy-verse. You know, there is, I keep wanting to put Quantum Break in there, but I think it's just because I really enjoyed Quantum Break. But I don't think that Quantum Break is actually properly connected. There is some stuff. You're gonna go to my house at 4 a.m. and make Pokemon Reggie noises? Are you gonna be looking for beans, or is that like too late? Is that too late in the AM to be looking for beans? Not really sure. Did all the announcements go out? I feel like they did. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. You look for beans 24/7? Ah, you're dedicated to the craft. Okay, so yeah, Alan Wake. What I wanted to do at the end of this playthrough was sort of explain everything that's happening in Alan Wake and Control. But I think there's been a few times throughout the playthrough where I've talked about the connections between Alan Wake and Control, and it has resulted in spoiling Control for people who had not played it and were not there for the stream of it. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. You know, I certainly don't like being spoiled of things. So I certainly don't like spoiling things either. So I think instead of just explaining everything at the end of Alan Wake, I'm going to give like a brief overview of the events of Alan Wake, sort of. At least my interpretation. Once we beat this DLC, I'll talk about it a little bit. But I'm not going to discuss its connection to Control outside of the fact that there is one. And then, what I think I'm going to do is before Alan Wake 2 comes out, right? Because we're going to be streaming Alan Wake 2 when it releases. Just do a sound check real quick. I should have probably done. Okay, I'm there. Good. Before Alan Wake 2 comes out, or even when we start the Alan Wake 2 stream, I'm going to start the stream by just talking about everything that's attached to Alan Wake and Control, including Alan Wake American Nightmare, which I'm going to play on my 360 between now and then to refresh myself on what happens. And I will be doing a spoiler warning. I will be warning everyone before the stream starts that I'm going to be going down this road. So hopefully anyone who doesn't want to know what happens in Control or in the first Alan Wake will know better. And perhaps it'll even... And I'll make this intention known just in case anyone wants to go ahead and play Control for themselves beforehand. That's the plan, at least. That's what I intend to do. Because it is a very interesting story, but there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, a lot of different pieces are moving. I can't believe I pulled Alan Wake as a guest. Yeah, we're going to have Alan Wake himself. Thank you so much for the sub, Papa Beatloaf. I really do appreciate it. Welcome back to the Pee Poo Poo Squad. At 21 months, Hot Potato. That's really nice of you. It's a working title, of course, the Pee Poo Poo Squad thing. I'll change it later. Don't worry about that. It's right around the corner. Along with channel badges. You know, they're going to be here any day now. 21-month twins. I guess that's how long I've been doing this, huh? 21 months. We are coming up on the 2nd anniversary, aren't we? I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna have to. Did they make an Angry Video Game Nerd 3? Did they did they do that? Wait, I think I might have resolved to play the second AVGN game for the next anniversary. Dynamite Heady. Could do Dynamite Heady. I could do. I don't know. I haven't done any community challenges this month or this year either. I need to rack my brain for cool things to do because I can't really do songs. Songs are not really a thing I can do anymore living here. For one, I'm going to get noise complaints, and for two, there are trucks and motorcycles and big bands just rolling down the street every 2 minutes. There's never not noise outside. So the song stuff is going to be pretty tough. I'll have to figure something out. But okay, I guess the hour rolled over 2 minutes ago, which I suppose I didn't need to point out because I'm not really going to be editing this one. So I guess 8 minutes into the stream, let's Billy Hatcher. Let's get right on into some Alan Wake. Record myself singing under a bridge. I could do that. Do I have to say the N-word though? Community challenge: invite Pale Voyager to a Bill Burr comedy special as a featured guest. I mean, I couldn't do worse than that one Netflix special where he pulled a bunch of people off of TikTok and alleys between buildings. Welcome to the stream, Frontier Jazz. We're gonna do this now. I don't know why I said your name all weird. Welcome to the stream, Frontier Jazz. Happy to have you here. So, when we last left off, the game froze. It froze pretty badly. Right when we approached that television, the game just froze. It ended the stream quite unceremoniously. It was quite a shame. I like some jazz. That's what I thought. Still got to deal with this ship here. So just fire flares at it. I mean, go whole hog, really. There's no... Yeah, exactly. I don't know, I'll talk a bit. Star Wars jizz? Oh, okay. Hey, Nikki. Good timing. Welcome to the stream.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman?
It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Gaslighting therapist.
Really, Wayne. Come on. Your delusions.
Sorry, I have to fly out of my window. Can't listen to you. Goodbye.
Happening to me? Lodge. No. No. Hartman. There's no way out. No way out. No way out. I need to get out of here. Get out. No. How do I get out of here?
All right. Let me just bypass the bypass the copyrighted music. Just move on. Just move on. Just move on. Just move on. There we go. Thank you. Wow. You know, we really filled our boots here. You know, that was tough. That was a tough stream, you guys, but we made it. We made it through. You know, there was a lot of really memorable moments. You know, we had some ups, some downs, some hardships, some adversity. You know, also some growing moments. And I feel like this has been quite a journey. No, Nikki, we did the first DLC, and now we're gonna do the second DLC. It's just at the end of the last stream, it froze right before, if you'll recall, it froze right as I was about to finish the first DLC. So there's yeah, just had to get that out of the way. Okay, yeah, normal difficulty. Okay, we're gonna start the writer. Let's see. I want to do like a short recap of stuff, but I don't want to get too into the weeds here. Basically, you know, Alan goes to not Cauldron Lake. He goes to Bright Falls. Bright Falls. He goes to Bright Falls because his wife is worried about his writer's block and what a drunken asshole he's become. And she talks to this therapist guy who runs a clinic out of town for artistic people who are struggling with their art. And so she tricks him into coming to this town under the auspices of a vacation. And Alan, of course, is very incensed when he realizes the real reason he's here. They go to get the key to their cabin from Carl Stuckey, but when they arrive, Carl Stuckey is not there, and instead Barbara Jagger hands them their key to the cabin, which obviously is not the cabin they were originally meant to go to. They go to the lake, they stay at the cabin. Alice falls into the lake, and Alan jumps in after her. Then he wakes up a week later, and everything is all effed in the A. Carl Stuckey is very much a taken zombie boy. There's dark people everywhere, in terms of service, and you know, it's bad. So he sort of figures out eventually through drinking a Cauldron Lake water moonshine that he spent that week writing a story for the Dark Presence, an entity that lives under the lake, past a threshold, which is a control term. You know, trying to manifest itself in the real world. And it does this by manipulating artists, by giving them the ability to make their art real. It did this with Thomas Zane, a poet. It did this with the gods of Asgard, the old gods of Asgard, those old dudes. They had a rock band. And now they're doing it with Alan. Now it's doing it with Alan Wake. And so Alan, of course, also while he was writing this horror story to bring the Dark Presence into reality, he was also writing little back doors and trap doors and hidden pathways in order to let him get out or fix the situation, give it a happy ending. And at the end of the game, he manages to rescue Alice from the dark place, but he instead has to go there himself because, like, I don't know, maybe he didn't think everyone getting out alive was was an artistically convincing ending to his story. Thor's squeaky hammer is his weapon of choice against the Dark Presence. Absolutely. So now, these DLCs that we're playing, this is Alan in the dark place, trying to find a way out, trying to make sense of his environment, and trying to find his way out. That's essentially what we're dealing with here. It is heavily implied that Thomas Zane wrote Alan Wake into existence in order to set these wheels in motion to stop the Dark Presence forever. So, I guess we can start the writer now. There's some other stuff going on in there, but I think those are the big pieces. Yes, we'll overwrite our
Previously
check.
on Alan Wake. It's not a lake.
Yeah, that's exactly why, Jazz. Not because he's a bad
Wife
writer.
and a mysterious dark presence. I found myself trapped in the dark place.
Imagination can be the enemy here.
A nightmarish world that exists somewhere beyond the shores of our own existence.
We're the one making all this happen.
Just do what Zane tells you.
Follow the signal.
Is all this really coming out of my
The
head?
dark place is playing tricks on you.
I made my way across its ever-shifting landscape, trying to reach Thomas Zane.
You're trapped in your own nightmares. You're still going deeper.
He's a writer. He wrote the FNAF storyline.
There you go, Alan. It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
You think one of these people is Martin Sheen?
Your
Delusions are out of control.
Get out of my head.
Seriously, Al, you need to get a grip. You know reality's different here. See what I mean, Al?
Stop saying my name over and over again. It's weird. It's
I
weird.
think I'm stuck on this side.
Oh god, another
You're gonna
maze.
have to find your way out of there. I'll wait. Just remember, you're still in the dark place. You know that, right? I don't want to alarm you, pal, but it's sink or swim time.
Fine.
Well, I have to get my
I could
die
feel
right
the
at the beginning of the
pressure
stream
mounting.
out of the way. So
Barry was right.
I'll do
Time
that.
was running out. Everything I saw was a dark, twisted version of reality based on my memories and thoughts.
we're in Jazz's nightmares now, dude. If the dark presence got a hold of Sly, holy shit, that would be something. We would. Oh my god, it would be so. It'd be so damp. Um, oh boy, yeah. Here we are in the. I love that it's just a bunch of Alan Wake's books in a wheelbarrow. That really is. That's really what you want to see.
Did you notice that light? Might be useful.
This light, this one over here, this blinking one. Oh shit! I can turn a pole. Hey, you're a water dark Pokemon. Like Greninja. Wait, is Greninja dark? There we go. Just have to give it a bit of a swing, that's all. I solve puzzles, don't worry about me. You're gonna have to disappear in a bit because you gotta get these girls home? No problem, dude. I appreciate you stopping by, and thank you again for the sub. You're a treasure. A treasure and an artifact.
I had to accept it. If all of this was from my mind, then I was the one making all this happen. I was literally fighting myself. It was a moment of clarity.
Wow. It's nice to have one of those every now and then. Alan Wake! You fuck. Greninja is water dark. See, the reason why I keep forgetting is because of hidden ability Protean, you know? That a hidden ability that allows Greninja to become whatever type the last move it used was. This better be a good surprise. It's not! It's a bad surprise. This surprise sucks. Wait, there might be a... Actually, no, it's an okay surprise. It looks like there's stuff. It's a Clink. Clink Clank. The best Pokemon. I like Pokemon that are just things, you know? Not even necessarily objects, but just things. Alright, so it said climb. Did I make myself a ladder here? Is there a... What am I, Amish? No? Okay. Well, guess I gotta move on. Streamed Aaron Gray's new album, Fellaris. I don't know if I'm allowed. I think that's illegal. Oh, I forgot to mention it. Crap! I forgot to show it on the main menu. This game has a soundtrack. You know, there it is. All those illegal songs. You can just listen to the soundtrack in the menu.
I felt finished myself.
Just full ass
All I
licensed
wanted was
songs.
to save Alice. After that, a part of me had been ready to just give in and die. But I hadn't given up. Thomas Zane had reached me. I had run across a nightmarish landscape following a signal from him. He kept telling me I was sinking, going too deep. I wasn't sure if he meant the dark place or insanity. Perhaps they were one and the same.
So, I mean, you know, a little bit of control lore without spoiling anything. The dark place is a threshold. In the world of in the world of Control, there are objects of power, altered artifacts, or altered items? Oh no, I forgot the terminology already. Oh, that's no good. Whatever. There's altered world events. That's when supernatural things happen in the real world, or paranatural things happen in the real world. Thresholds are just full-on other dimensions that manifest entrances to themselves in our reality. Objects of power, was that OOP? Yeah. They're oops. Actually, I think there's even a little one of those little projector videos of Casper Darling in Control talking about objects of power, and he calls them oops. So that's fun. Oh hey, there's a Night Springs video game. That's fun. Apparently there's 10 of them. You came in a Clink, and then I made a stupid joke about Clink shaming, but my VPN was on, so my chats didn't go through. Boo! Boo about the VPN thing. I thought the joke was pretty good. What a darling.
Hey, nice job, Al.
Thanks, buddy.
So, you really are nuts, huh? Let's face it, we always knew this was coming.
I guess.
He's a
but
true
I
scientist,
actually feel
Jazz.
pretty rational, all things considered.
Crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's where they're crazy. Hey, check out the light show behind the lodge.
Is that Batman?
That's Zane's light.
Yeah, you're done sinking now. That means he's just about caught up with you. You better go talk to him.
Were there ever any Twilight Zone video games? Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like there should be, though. Why can't I get into this Jeep? Is this just a sitting Jeep? A shitting Jeep for sitting? I didn't realize that they were making those now. I feel like doing a little bit more of an explore out here. How would you even make one? I don't know, just a ton of... Each chapter is a different story. I mean, kind of like Live Alive, I guess. Live Alive is like a JRPG Twilight Zone. Barry's mostly sort of in the background for now, unfortunately. In your dream, right? Yeah, in your Alan Wake dream that you had. That's totally my fault. I apologize. For nothing. Ha 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 ha. Suck it.
Lots of fireworks here.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Wake heard the old gods play. Music came out all wrong. It attracted the horrors.
Well, that's no good. I'm gonna go on record here and say that's no good. I suppose it's time to fight.
Hell yeah! Remember this, Al?
What do I have in terms of weapons? Yeah, I got shoddy boys. Oh, they're coming in hot. They're coming in fast. Turbulent juice. Oh wow, hey. I don't hate that.
The music screeched and boomed around Wake as the monsters attacked.
Oh, these guys are dumb. Like, who comes down the roof? You know? Kind of a dork. I don't trust my surroundings ever. Well, I haven't died yet. That's something noteworthy.
Came, he would get overrun.
Overrun? No, I'm not looking for that energy.
Isn't it kind of ironic that you're a writer and you're threatened by your own imagination? It's like your greatest power turned against you.
Shut up. It's not funny.
Deep, but I'm a little busy not dying over here.
Ow, I'm a little busy
Jeez, always with the melodrama.
having stuff thrown at me. I'm sorry, is that supposed to do something? The little fireworks? Oh, Jesus, it's getting bad. Okay. Ooh, get away from me, please.
By the enemies and deafened by the noise. Wake was helpless.
Yeah, it's certainly feeling that way. Ow. Okay, it's getting a little intense here. It would be overrun. That's it now, right? We're all done? No more? Did I survive? Your imagination tortures you every day, Sly? I mean, it's good that you don't have to deal with the dark place then, I suppose. I feel kind of the same about myself. It'd be a lot of, I'd have a lot of explaining to
Get
do.
inside now, Al.
Oh, can
The
we?
big guy busted down the door.
Thanks. By big guy, he's referring to Thomas Zane, I suppose. While the dark presence is an entity living here, Thomas Zane has sort of turned himself into a bright presence. Situation is under control. Okay, I gotcha. I hear you. Making me say the word. I see what you're doing here. Breaking all the rules by following them. Very clever, K-Dot. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't think I said that. Meow. Thank you, Meow, for the hydrate, K-Dot. Meow. Thank you, Meow, for redeeming control. Meow. All right. I think, ready to Alan wake me up before we go. Now, Alice Wake has been spared this place. She's free. She's out in the world, living her life without a husband. And, she's mentioned in Control. Some things show up. Oh, good. More possessed bullshit.
Whoa. See, Al?
Just gonna deal with that real quick.
Classic you. Always making
But I think that it bears mentioning
This is just a memory.
that Alice Wake is a photographer. She is also an artist. Think Alice should go to a ladies' night? Probably.
So I guess you're gonna need to talk to Zane out there now.
Get her
that
groove
he's
back.
Actually here. I'm just gonna, let you non-imaginary people talk in peace.
You're not coming?
Thanks, Barry.
Nah, that was a crutch, Hey, you're moving up in the world, buddy.
No more figments of our own imagination for us. It's time to talk to real figments of unreality.
Zane.
You have done well, Alan. Now I can accompany you. You are trapped in your own dream. You must wake yourself up, but first, you have to reach yourself.
No pun intended.
Cabin.
Yes, my cabin. It will not be easy. Your previous work can help you. I still have some pages of your manuscript left. Words like that have power here.
Oh, look! It's a page! That was so jarring and silly. Wait, what was? Thank you so much for setting Alice free by writing yourself out. At the end of the day, he was a good husband.
Alan, I can only give you the tools you need. You are the one who has to use them.
Don't rush me, I'm reading chat. Barry's dark side would be Eddie from Silent Hill 2. Barry, how could you just be sitting in your Jeep eating pizza? Alan Rickman. Okay, let's read the page. Oh, shit. They really do have power here. Oh, and Barry popped out of existence. I mean, he did warn us. He did say.
Very appropriate. I can help you reach it. But after that, you will be on your own. I cannot enter the cabin now. The Dark Presence made sure of that on our last encounter. You are facing yourself, the parts of your mind that are hard to control.
Take a drink.
This is not a fight anyone else can win for you.
Silent Hill 2 is the first game I bring up if people say video games aren't art. Yeah? That's a really good example. I'm very middle of the road, very what's that word? Normie. I always bring up Shadow of the Colossus. It's the one that I bring up. Something I'd like to mention, by the way, the cabin on Cauldron Lake that Alice and Alan stay at for one beautiful night before everything goes topsy-turvy. Didn't exist. I mean, it did, but it doesn't. It doesn't exist. When he mentions it to the police, they're like, there hasn't been a cabin there, like, since the 70s during a volcanic eruption. Like, what are you talking about?
That's different.
You silly goose of a man. There's nothing there, mister, is what they say. And I suspect that volcanic eruption was a result of Thomas Zane.
I was glad to have Zane with me in this place,
fixing his problems,
such as it was.
Quote
But
unquote.
a part of me wondered if he was even human anymore after so many years in this place.
There's a lot of platforming going on in this part. It's not my favorite. Ghost of Tsushima is good art. I agree. Nier would be good examples as well. Yeah, I also think that. I think that too. Dude, I was reading an article yesterday talking about best RPGs with the worst source material, or like the great spin-offs from bad RPGs or something. It was like something like that, like good stuff that came out of crappy stuff. And one of the things they listed was Nier, coming from Drakengard.
The world was tilted. It was turning upside down. Wake was lost. He would
no.
fall. He couldn't
wanna-
tell which way was up.
Ah.
Here, torn apart by the
Ah.
whirlwind.
Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. What do I do? Hello? It's getting a little crowded in here, don't you think? You know, it says to go this way, but... Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Look at that.
The wind was picking up. The wake was too high. Too
Okay.
high!
That wasn't
At
too
this
bad.
height, the water would be like hitting concrete.
You can't want me dead
The
this bad.
storm was coming! It would throw him off!
You can't do this. It's not fair. You don't mean it. I know what's going on. Good thing Alan Wake doesn't know Scarecrow. He'd be fucked. All right, let me just quickly finish my story here. All right, so they mentioned Drakengard, calling it bad. And, you know, the argument could be made that it is bad. But they said, and look, I know I'm being a little bit pedantic here. They said that Nier Automata is a sequel to Drakengard, and that it happens 1,000 years after the events of Drakengard 1. Now, I know that some of you may not know why that's silly. You know, some of you may not have been here for the Nier stream. Some of you may have blocked it out for your own protection. But not only does Nier take place 1,400 years after Drakengard, Nier Automata happens 10,000 flippin' years after Nier. And that's sort of like an everyday thing for me. One of my favorite little things is to read game journal articles that always get something wrong. I don't know, the author of this article seems a little loco taro. Hey, I like that. It's good. It's a pretty good one. I approve. Alright. I mean, this mattress spread across 2 beds seems to be my best bet. Ah, a path. You mean every single game article? Yeah, so it's like every day. I never go wanting. Sometimes I go wassailing, but I never go wanting. Let's see if I can make this jump. Got him! Damn. People didn't realize that I hate being ambushed. Don't you dare! Don't, no, sir! Sir! This is an Applebee's! Okay, wait. The best platforming genius of our generation. Still love that article you linked that was Pokemon Who Should Die and they didn't offer explanations, just 12 pictures of Pokemon. Yeah, I know!
It was made of darkness. He'd seen what it could do. It swept everything away.
I would
You know,
have to make my way through the
Shut
swirling
up.
madness. It reminded me of the dark presence, just another memory, but it could still kill me.
Well, that's good to know, I guess. When am I gonna get the flare gun? You know, something to make my life feel a little bit safer. All right, I can't unlock the path yet. I need to find something to jump on, something to carry my body. What can I trust, though? What seems like the best candidate? A literal platform. Sounds good to me. No! God fucking damn it! I made it! I made the jump. I made the jump, you guys, and I didn't trust myself. That's what happened there. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna jump on a spool. Think I give a shit? I don't give a shit. It just didn't feel like I made it the first time. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Huh? Okay. That's what happens to you in Dark Souls? Well, that one, the Dark Souls are weird though, right? Because, like, you can't just jump. You have to run and then jump. And that makes the whole platforming aspect a lot more frustrating, because there's no, like, dedicated jump button. You just basically press the run button while running, right? Okay. Nope. I said I don't... Oh, okay. Actually, I think I just did myself a favor. Pro gamer. Best gamer in the biz. You know, not everybody has my chops. And that makes me feel bad for everybody who isn't me, you know? Alright, let's get another rock. On board. I sense that there's stuff that's going to come alive in there. That's my sense. I almost just stumbled right off the edge there. That's what you want. That's what you want to see. Okay. Well, thanks for the clips, guys. Oh,
Stay focused on the lighthouse. If you can reach it, you will find the cabin.
Things are getting pretty crazy here, Zane.
It's to be expected. You are struggling to reclaim yourself. The landscape reflects that strain, but each step takes you closer. If you persevere, you can attain the lucidity that fends off the darkness.
Makes sense. You know, that tracks. That tracks with everything that we've seen so far. Oddly quiet. Was that another flashlight? Do I have friends? Am I finally able to
Now that I knew what I was facing,
play well with
the
others?
environment became even wilder and stranger. Like it was no longer even bothering to pretend that things were normal.
Yeah, I can join the Diving Man Council. Join the Council of Diving Men. What does roll mean? Okay. Oh, shit! Okay, well, hello. Hello, gentlemen. I suppose that probably would have been useful if I just waited a moment. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Oh, wait, I can still do it. Hang on. Wait. No, wait, I'm getting excited. Hang on. I think I need to, cut my losses here. Oh! Oh! Okay, hang on. I gotta make a move here. Excuse me, sir. Please don't be anyone behind me. Okay, perfect. Can't believe this guy mastered the art of covering his eyes with his sleeve. Now that's some AI right there. That's artificial intelligence. You won't get that out of a person. There's so many roll commands here. I feel like there weren't enough... Yeah, there it is. Not enough enemies. Worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Worth it. That was good. That was good shit right there. That's what you like to see. Can it make art? No. No, it can't. You know that. You know it can't. Where am I going? Dude, we're doing clips out the wazoo today. Thank you. Thank you for engaging my wazoo. Okay, this is too much power for one man. It's too much power for one man. Alright, we'll get this guy. Oh, he's doing a bit of a... Yeah, there's none of that. Alright, mister. You're just gonna have to slum it today. No dashing at me. Legs akimbo. All higgledy-piggledy. I am art, like Dionysus. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. You enter into evidence that pale stream is also art? Wow. You guys are being so nice to me. Is it because I didn't die at the very beginning of the stream? Is that why? Is this my reward? My positive just desserts, perhaps? Could it be that the Deus Ex Machina has finally turned its lazy eyelid in my direction? You're very impressed? Well, thank you. That's all I want. The art of living is the art of being a goofy little guy / gal / grem. I miss grems. Don't run away from me. Get back here. Get back over here. There's a hole. Oh, you're gonna... Okay. Let's see what else we have here before I jump in the hole. Ah, see, we have flares. Why do the job of a flare when a flare can do the job of a flare? Woo! Placeholder out of 10. Who else could make Dr. Kombotnik? Only one man. I don't think I could remake him either. I think he's one of a kind. There you go. That's for you. You can have that. Free of charge. On the house, buddy. Shine your light in that hole. Well, I've done it. I've done it, and I don't apologize. Pick up enough flares to last me a lifetime. Thank you for catching that, Jazz. It's very kind of you. Hello? What's your story back here? What's going on? What have you to say for yourself? Big fucking wall of CRT televisions? Eh? Eh? Who are you? Nobody. Not a goddamn person. Out of my way. I'm a writer. Think I give a shit about these metal pallets? I can't even taste food. Because I have no taste. Do we have a goofy Twilight Zone interlude again? I don't think we're going to encounter... Oh. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the sound of that one bit. No, I did not. Ah, fuck. This is very close confines. Yeah, exactly. 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 Shut up. You shut the fuck up and get out of here. Get out of my lunch. Thank you. Telling me something I don't already know? I've been dealing with you since I was 5 years old. This is bullshit. Look at this. They're everywhere. Can't handle this. Oh, there's a chainsaw guy too. Like I need this. Like I need this on a Sunday. Back off, man! You too, you're not different. Alright, nobody come up on the side of me, alright? I'm not trying to have that energy in my life. I'm not trying to cop that static. It's just Francis York Morgan. I don't know how much more I can take of playing this goofy asshole Wake. So says Mr. Stewart. Are they just going to keep infinitely spawning, or can I, like, get out of here, please? I would really like to leave. Leaving brings me great joy. It does things to me that I can't show you on Twitch, but Dark Side Phil might. And what was that? That was spooky. Apparently, this game's already a horror game. I just didn't know it. On the day of our Lord, my man's trying to chop you in half. I'm so excited for Chainsaw Man. It's going to be all I think about when it's airing. Do you want to watch it? Like, not just by yourself, obviously, but like, do you want to watch it together? Forever? Nice DSP reference. Thank you. Thank you.
Wake was forced to run through a maze, hopelessly sprinting in the wheel, never getting anywhere. His life in miniature. It was useless.
Oddly prescient. But okay, here we go. Let's get ourselves a bingo.
Whoa! Now what?
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool, Sly. We'll do it. What is this, my apartment? Who are you? Who is this fucking Goomba? Who are you? Well, this is fun. This is how I wish my real apartment was. Do you have any idea how, like, in shape I would be? I'd be very in shape. No, the answer is very. Very Wheeler. Excuse me, I can't climb these stairs without jumping up them for some reason. It's a chronic illness that runs in the family. Chainsaw Man is a manga. The guy can turn into a chainsaw devil. It's really extra, and I adore it, and it's airing, I think, in fall. Awesome. Just jump on these keys. W, A, K, E. Wow. So smart. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead. Didn't want to get in your way. Oh, I'm not doing that. Do I have to do that? I don't want to do that. M V M 3. MAME? MAM 3? Okay, well. Are you sure, guys? Are you certain? This seems... Alright, well. When in Rome. Oh. And we're going again.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Yeah, could you stop the ride? Jane, can you get me off this crazy thing? You're what to type, Alan. D-I-C-K. Oh, hello. There's a fish in the percolator. At least we're not lonely in here. There you go. You can have it. That's yours. I'm very generous, you'll find. That I'm quite magnanimous and, you know, a caring sort. Kindness brimming out of my frothy holes. Hello? Okay, there we go. Alan confronted his greatest nightmare, trusting himself. It's kind of the worst, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. It's just me and the spools now. Excuse me, fellas. Yeah. If you don't have a hole that froths, are you even a person? I just don't know. Well, this seems... Is that a better flashlight for me? No? You're just gonna blue ball me with a shittier flashlight, huh? Okay. Doesn't seem like there's really a good way to broach this one. Oh, never mind. I found it. All you need is a little bit of patience, guys. If you can be patient, you can survive anything. Alright, I'm bored. I'm bored already. How am I supposed to get in here? Oh, it just opens. It just opens, you guys. All you gotta do is just... Patience is the way to survive anything. I think I just said that. That's how you know it's true. The clicker used to be in that box. We're getting all the deplore now.
An elevator? Sure, why not?
Yeah, it works for me. I'm not a doctor. I don't have penis.
Next stop, sanity.
You're doing well. Keep going.
Don't be such a clicker.
It's hard to make sense of this place.
It's a dream. This is a vast place, home to forces and beings that are completely alien.
The Dark Presence.
Yes. I don't know what happened to it after your final encounter.
Is there any way out of here?
Sometimes transmissions can be sent between worlds. You've done this yourself. But to actually leave the dark place, I haven't found a way.
Sounds like you guys aren't trying hard enough. Do you guys ever find it kind of weird that the word penis means
Stucky's
both
gas station.
being able to wait without being annoyed and also what a doctor sees, like the people that a doctor treats? Isn't that weird how like they both sound pretty much the same? Okay, hold on. I'm sure an askew elevator will be fine. Yeah, camcorder sideways is usually the hallmark of good times ahead. Remember in Silent Hill 2 when you could do a radio show on an elevator? Yeah, it was the best one. Trick or treat game show. I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. I like how a boner is a hard pee-pee and a fuck up.
Not something
Yeah.
I particularly wanted to see, but obviously I wasn't the one in the driver's seat.
I want to see this poster. Nordic walking. You know, if you look carefully, when you think about all the other allegory that's going on in Alan Wake, this actually looks like a minotaur, you know, and it's a reference to the fact that the hotel isn't even real and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, guys? How am I doing on shoddy boom bodies?
Another memory made
not amazing.
real. Wake would never make it. The insanity he was facing was already a part of it, in him, his own doing.
Yeah, the famous Nordic
Possibly
Minotaur.
win. He didn't even want to.
I don't even want to win. Fuck this. I'm a cashier now. Will that be paper or plastic? Will that be plastic or cash stick? I'm very good at this. Easy credit. Adjustable payback period up to $6,000 with no proof of income. Wow, really? What? What the fuck? What do you mean? Are you sure? That doesn't seem responsible for anybody involved. You're an indigenous minotaur? Sorry, you guys had to find out like this. I was doing like a weird reference. You guys remember The Shining, right? That film that's based on that book or whatever. You know. There's a documentary. Did I switch to the hunting rifle? I did not. There's a documentary that is supposed to like talk about all the hidden aspects of the film, and what it actually is just a bunch of conspiracy theorists and nuts who just watch every frame of the film to the point where it's so granulated that it's not even a cohesive piece of art anymore, and just talk about like their own wild theories. Like on the shot frame going into the hotel, like while they're driving up the thing, like Jack Nicholson's name lines up perfectly with the title card or something, and it's supposed to mean something. You know, so there's a photo in one of the offices or in one of the rooms of a person skiing. Right now, this is obviously not skiing, but you use ski poles, and this guy's using walking poles. And the person was saying like it's not a skier, it's a minotaur, and it's supposed to be some kind of a, you know, symbolism.
At least the lighthouse was much closer now. I would have to make my way up there somehow.
Sounds like a regular ass AP honors English class. Oh, I'm being attacked while reading chat again. Fuck you. Oh God, no! Don't do it to me. Hang on, I should. Oh my God, they're here. They're here already. Stop it! Stop fucking me! Get away! Get away from me! You monsters! Why is the camera doing that? Why is the camera doing that to me? That was weird. That was weird that it did that. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Hello? Yikes. Are you okay? Boom. Alright, I'm not gonna complain about that. Down, 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 back, back, back. Okay, cool. Very cinematic. Ah, fuck, there's more of them. Wait, are they gonna... I ask this every time, because it's a great terror of mine. Are they just gonna keep coming? Ow, that hurt me. Alright, I'm not immune to explosions, I guess. Good to know. Ow! Someone's really got to take their throwing arms away from them. Gross. I said the cum word. Well, this seems a little extra. You know, if you want my opinion. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake out here. Alright, hang on. Go ahead, guys. Do your thing. That's for you. You can, yeah. All or nothing, baby. I'm playing for keeps. Alright, I have a... Oh, hang on. Hang on. I have a very patchy memory of Dead Rising. I remember the first game and the motorcycle shit from, like, I don't know, 3? Only because if Alan Wake was in Dead Rising 2, I would purposefully get him killed. Alan Wake would be one of the psychopaths, you know? They were talking a little bit about Dead Rising in the chat. Pictures of a minotaur. It's meant to symbolize that there are minotaurs in this movie, like actual ones. Danny Torres is actually just a minotaur. If you hated Chuck, then let me tell you about Off the Record. Oh, yeah, geez. I haven't played any of the Dead Rising games except the first one. That was enough to tell me it wasn't for me. You know, Pale and I had a friendly bet over 10 years ago about whether I could do that 7-day Survivor achievement. He did it. He did do it. I had to stream for like 12... No, it was a 24-hour stream. I did a 24-hour stream. I'm pretty sure, at least, that I did one. Yeah, K-Dot did it. Oh my God, you guys. You guys. Fuck off. No! Did I just kill myself? Okay, I didn't. But it would be understandable if I had. Alright, I'm getting out of here. It's too much for me out here. Wire. Why are you here? Oh. Off the Record has a free roam sandbox mode, by the way, if you just want to kill zombos. See, like, I this is also the reason why I can't play roguelikes. I don't like. Okay, I mean, okay, they're two separate reasons, but they flow from the same root. I don't like my progress not meaning anything. So I don't like fucking around in games. I don't have a fun time just turning on a game and running around and doing like whatever. And I don't like the stuff that I do to like not be there when I come back. So, you know. How dare you? How dare you betray my trust? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Ow! Oh, he's gonna do it. Ah, but flares stop the dash. I didn't realize that. That would have been very helpful to know in the main game. Okay, let's do like a proper reload this time, because we're not getting anywhere like this. Nope, sorry, buddy. Don't think so. Don't think so about you either. I think I just ran out of pistol bullets. That's problematic. Never mind, I got some more. It's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Stop panicking, it's fine. Roguelikes are your absolute favorites? Let me catch up on chat real quick. Roguelikes are your absolute favorite. No wonder you don't like GTA. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I could beat up Alan. I would just pee on him. I have acid pee. That's true. I know that about you. It's mostly because even though I start over, I get markedly better than last time. My cat is fighting bugs through my window screen. What an idiot. Your cat's having their own Alan Wake Remastered the writer moment. Wake got wanged in the shoulder with an axe. He was dead. He was going to die in 3 weeks from infection. You may as well just give up. You know, you're a pretty good writer. You should go to Cauldron Lake. I like Wang. Yeah, he's pretty good. He reminds me of all kinds of wonderful things, like maggots in my vagina. Okay, let's go. And the Golden Girls, of course. We can't forget that. Now, what happens when we activate this? I see. That better not be on a timer. It sounds like it might be on a timer. I'm very opposed to it being on a timer. I don't like having my time disrespected like this. I'm complaining about something that isn't even really happening to me. I think I'm playing the perfect game for it. There you go. Move the log lift now. You get infections in a dark world where nothing makes sense? You can if you imagine it. Centipedes in my vagina? My favorite Wang video is still the Silent Hill circumcision video. That it makes me upset. It makes me upsetty spaghetti. Because, like, okay, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it makes me upset. Because I could under the right circumstances, if the wrong things happened to me in my life, I could very easily see myself being that guy. There are ways where I already kind of am. And it makes me, it's a very black mirror that I don't like being held up in front of me. Thank you. Okay, let's reload my weapons here. Getting a little spicy over here. A little too spicy. I don't like all this spice. Cool it with the spice is what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you for caring.
The part of you that is in control is in the cabin, dreaming and insane.
Just like normal Alan Wake.
I don't think I like that.
You represent the part of Alan Wake that is capable of rational thought and planning.
Oh, we're fucked.
Which is why I'm talking to you. If that part can regain control, then you have a chance of making it. But a part of you wants to give in. There's comfort in the living of dreams. You represent the part that isn't ready to quit and die.
Wait, are you telling me I'm not real?
You're as real as anything else in this place.
So no.
So there are two of me?
Yes.
And the one you called Mr. Scratch, he's me as well?
No.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
I am not the author of your story.
How can you say that when you wrote that page about me and the clicker? It wasn't one of my pages. You directed me to it. You had Weaver guard it.
Yes, she was needed. And you needed the clicker. But I'm not.
What? I don't understand.
Alan, you should keep going.
Zane? Zane, come on!
You're asking too many questions, Wake. Shut up.
That cleared things up.
No more questions, Catherine. All right, well, that's good. I feel like we learned quite a nothing. You remember Mr. Scratch from Control? Yeah, let me talk about Mr. Scratch for a second. Actually, no, I'll wait. I'll wait until after this because I think we're gonna deal with some Scratch-related content coming up. Yeah, Thomas Zane isn't super helpful. I will say this though: Thomas Zane created Mr. Scratch. I was about to call him Dr. Scratch, but he hasn't finished medical school yet. Hello. Fuck you. What do you think of that? Yeah. I think I can stop a bad guy with a pipe wrench as a good guy with a hunting rifle. At point blank range, bitch! That's right. Fuck that guy in particular. Ah! Alright, I see what you have to say. And I raise you one bolt action. Fuck you! Right between the molars. Dr. Roboto and Mr. Scratch. What a waste of a... Wait. Shit, that one doesn't explode. That was a super waste. Ow! Well, ow. Alan Wake cinder-blocked himself. Never forget your high school prom. So lucky they always hit you with the handle part of the axe throw. Yeah, they're not very good. They're not very good at their job. Weighted throws, weighted throws. Alan gets blocked a lot, I'm sure. I wish there was a block button, the old put your forearms up, and two of the weakest bones in your body will protect you from anything.
Wake wouldn't leave this place alive.
More like Alan Wake. Alright, I'm going to manifest a pump. I'm going to manifest a crumble. Okay, now these are things that I should be doing to the enemies. I see that now. Alright, buddy. You and me. Me and you. Me and you and me. Ow, how did he know? Okay, I gotta lay off the hunting rifle for a second. There you go. You can have that. Nope. Sorry, pal. I know the secret to stopping the charge now. There's nothing you can do to me. I'm like MGK. I'm invincible. Oops, that was a waste. I only get so many of these. I have to use them sparingly. Nope. 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 Country album when? I don't know. I don't think I care that much about blue jeans. This bridge is built like the FF7 remake plate release tower. Kinda, yeah. We saw where the metal pallets were coming from, so now we've solved the mystery. Is this Comic Zone? I actually did a full playthrough of Comic Zone yesterday on the Switch Sega Genesis emulator. It was good times. I beat it. First try, baby. Control, baby. Hopefully I don't get attacked while I'm taking this swig. Mess with my dumpy, you get the pumpy. I was expecting that just to be the end of the sentence, K-Dot. Just like a request. Mess with my dumpy. Maybe Jesse would make Alan feel better? It doesn't seem like it. Although I have suspicions about the relationship between the two of them. I can't talk about it now because I don't want to spoil everything again. You guys can have that one. That's free of charge. I'm not charging anything for that one. He lived! Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. Fuck him. See this guy aiming shit at me? I don't think so. That's what I like to call a delayed improvised explosive. It's called a road flare. Look it up. Am I okay? I'm in the same neighborhood as okay. It's really hot. And stuff. Jesse would refuse to also make Alan a pizza. Yeah, I think that, you know, Jazz, that might have been the best play I've done this entire playthrough, and it wasn't even entirely on purpose. I'm on it today. Thank you. Cloud not getting pizza was Jessie's big mistake. She'll never get the boy now. Yeah, she'll never get her raspberries now.
I can help you here.
Oh, good. Oh, now you can help. Oh, really? I love how selective you are about what you can and can't do. This man has the power to fucking uproot trees, but can't explain to me what the fuck any of this is.
How the hell are you doing that?
Careful with the way you're swinging that, buddy. Oof.
It's like learning to control your dreams. There's a connection.
You were in my dream.
God fucking damn it. Why? Why is this game like this? It's not me. It's not me. It's me. It's a little bit me.
A moment. I can help you here.
Fucking Zane goes through all this trouble to cook us a 4-course tree. And Alan can't even lift his stupid fucking walk stumps. You'll forgive that one?
How the hell are you doing
They must have patched it to be harder. No, I remember the 360 version being this unwieldy too. Okay, fine. Can I just walk down it? Just walk down it.
You were in my dream.
Yeah, let me change my shoulder really quick.
I taught you.
How do I do that?
You fixed the foolish mistake I made with Barbara.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so just a quick refresher. The reason why Thomas Zane is here in the first place is that cabin that no longer exists in the lake no longer exists, but Alan and Alice still managed to stay there. That was Thomas Zane's cabin. Him and his wife were there, and she went swimming and she drowned, and he used the magic of the lake without really realizing it, or I guess someone told him how to bring her back to life. But when he brought her back to life, it wasn't just her that came back. She was possessed by the dark presence, and he realized that wasn't her, so he ripped her heart out because he's metal AF, and then kept his failsafe in a shoebox, and then trapped himself in the dark place in order to save everybody. Thank you. Why doesn't Thomas Zane just kiss Barbara from the inside like a good husband? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean from the inside? I'm walking on a corpse of a tree. He doesn't have the balance on rounded objects like the samurai kid from Yumi. Yumi? Which Yumi? Zane needed to read Pet Sematary. What an idiot. Yeah, if he had just read it or watched one of its many adaptations. Oh, Yomi. Okay. Was it Yomi? Is that what he meant? Was there a kid balancing on things? I don't even remember. My brain doesn't work today. Should have had a suit of armor to put her soul in like Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, that's really the only time that worked. And even then, it had consequences. You know, you can tell Alan is a figment. Alan Wake and Alice Wake? Lazy writing. You're not wrong. Why is it always bringing back dead people that fucks up the universe? Is it really that wrong in the scheme of things? Yes, because God has a plan. Oh, God. What's the plan? Tell me what you want. Okay, well. Scared me a little bit. Oh, fuck, yo. Fuck, yo. That's the sound of me getting killed. Wait, what's this? Shut up for a second. I can't touch that. Oh, they're behind me again. They're always how did you even get there? Huh? What's your damage? Sneaking up on me like that. These guys waited their turn. These guys have a little thing I like to call courtesy. I'm never gonna get run on again. I am the Megan Thee Stallion of streaming Alan Wake. Nah, there's no pants check. You can't redeem a pants check when there's no camera. Know your tricks. Bow. Fudge is delicious in brownies. You better knock it off, kids. You better check yourself before I wreck yourself. Yeah, like that, see? Bad things come to those who wait. Bad things come to those who wake. Probably shouldn't use this yet, but... It just seems so fun. Okay, should probably focus on my surroundings. That's why you're not woke. Alan woke. There we go. We're just going to light the whole place up. Any advantage I can give myself, I'll take. I'm not picky, you know? Birds! Fuck's sake. There's so many. There's so many. Altogether too many birds. You know, I can't stress it. I can't say it enough. Oh, there's people too. Well, I'm not gonna die here. I've decided. That's my decision. I came up with that idea myself. So we're just gonna have to chill. We're just gonna have to relax ourselves. Take a bit of a powder, you know? NBD. There we are. Alright, I'm gonna save those last 3 hunter rifle shots for later. For a more apropos time. I feel like these didn't help me all that much. Chill check. I'm not vibing super hard right now. It's kind of like a soft anxiety vibe. The only person you can keep bringing back is Krillin, I guess. Yeah, he keeps coming back, Krillin. There's no basement beneath that, meow. We got Control Meow. My favorite thing about Meow Jump Force was Light asking Meow about the Dragon Balls. I died from laughing. Yeah, it was pretty silly. That whole game is silly. I'm glad it's gone. I'm glad we don't have to think about it anymore. Alan's Twitter would have like badly edited 5-word posts. That's how writers are. Full of political hot takes and links to orgs that get people who aren't writers real jobs. You absolutely know that Alan Wake would have been canceled like 10 times by now. You know? There's no way he wouldn't. They would have Louis C.K'd him. They would have J.K. Rowling'd him. You know, and by they, I mean he would have done something and then gotten the wrath of the internet in response.
Wake ran for the light. It was pointless. He would never reach it. His life would be snuffed out just as easily as the very thing he thought would save him.
Well, all right, Negative Nancy.
God, all I could do was keep going.
That's all he could do. The only thing in his power. Oh, this sucks. More platforming. Well, all right, it's highly unusual, unorthodox. Irregular, even. But I'll do it. Do it. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a big guy. A big guy on a tiny little platform. Aren't we adorable? The answer's yes. I'm cute AF. Your favorite Shonen Jump collab game was on the DS. Forget the name, but you made comics by making a manga strip. It was cool. That sounds cool. I don't know what that was. I simply do not know. You know, beating this in one run without dying is going to be real fun. It's going to be real fantastic. Oh, good.
I do.
I'm so glad you decided to come back to me.
Just going to wait. No? No more dialogue? Okay. Big guy on a little platform. That's my favorite Chris Farley skit. I still like Venomous Dogs as a punk band name. Hello? Oh.
Since we're being so frank here, Alan, and let me just reiterate how happy I am that you've had this breakthrough.
It's got a TV for a
I
head.
would like to summarize your condition.
By all means.
And please, just let me know if you think I'm being unfair.
All right.
Well, let's start with the obvious. The car crash. Untreated head trauma. All due respect to Doc Nelson, but he's hardly a neurosurgeon. I think that the injury has affected you more than you realize.
Yeah, I have had bad headaches.
Then there's your history of substance abuse, which, combined with your chronic insomnia, has resulted in hallucinations and extremely poor impulse control. That's a dangerous combination, one which your wife has unfortunately had to suffer from far more than you.
I know she has.
I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that you are existing in a state of all-encompassing denial. Your vivid fantasy casts you as a heroic victim and allows you to skirt responsibility for your own actions. It allows you to solve your imaginary problems and dismiss the things that truly trouble you. In your self-serving delusions, your personal problems are assets that allow you to save Alice, perhaps even the world.
Dr. Hartman, I think that's spot on. I can't argue with any of that.
Well, I'm sure I'm stating the obvious. I don't want to labor the point, but, well,
No, I understand. It's important that I face it.
Precisely, Alan. You've put so much effort and imagination into this self-deception, but what good has it really done for you? You refused my offer of help, and here you are. Did being so obdurate really get you to a better place?
No.
No. And did it really help Alice? Was this really the best thing for your wife?
Probably not.
Probably not. Why don't we find out? You know, I've been talking with her. There's something she wanted you to hear.
Is she backstage?
That sounds like fun.
Oh. Alright. Try not to botch this up.
Come now, Mr.
Okay, I did it.
All I wanted was to help you, Alan. I ate all the shit you handed out and tried to understand your pathetic, wealthy white male drama. Until my life consisted of managing your never-ending crisis. I hate you for your childish temper and the arrogance and self-indulgent pride that undermine all efforts to drag you out of the hole you insisted on digging for yourself. I hate you for leaving me in the dark with that insane monster bitch! All you had to do was act like a loving human being for once in your life and stay with me. If your dramatic exit hadn't been more important than making sure I was all right, she would never have taken me. I don't know where you went, but that's okay. I don't want to know. I don't think I'll ever be all right. The only thing that keeps me from killing myself is the hope that I'll never see you again.
Well,
ouch.
That's...
I just can't argue with that.
Yowzers.
I think I should stay here before I ruin what life she has left.
I think this is a breakthrough, Alan. I'm really very proud of you.
Tell us how you really feel, Alice. I mean, we all kind of agree with her, though, right? we're all kind of same paging it. Yeah, that sucks, Nikki. I hope you manage to survive it. You know, that's. I give you what little strength I have. Can I like just break through this window? Am I like King Kong now? Am I a King Cobra? I guess I could just use the door or something. Maybe not. Maybe it's not as simple as using a door. Why don't I use my flashlight? Right outside the window. Well, there's no way out. I'm trapped here now for the rest of my life. I can't leave this room. Nothing will ever be okay again. I really can't get out, though. Like, I really... Did the game mess up again? Like... What's going on here?
Nonsense.
Oh.
I knew I'd saved her. I'd succeeded in that, and that was all that mattered. What I heard in there wasn't the truth. It was just another toxic mirage. It cut deep, but that made me all the more determined to force myself to snap out of it. I didn't want to be that guy anymore. I had to make myself see the light.
He's finally going to become a good person in the last 20 minutes of our experiences with him. Chabak! Half the time it's my boss sitting around awkwardly while the rest of us talk about shit he can't relate to. You guys could talk about Pogs. You know, that's pretty relatable, I think. I think a lot of people can relate to Pogs. Where do you... Oh, okay. Up there, I suppose, is what you want. You want it? You want that up there? Yeah, that's what you want? You want a little bit of this? Want me to touch that for you? There you go. Yeah. Wasn't really what I was expecting. That didn't really give me what I wanted out of that. Pogs died before you were born? Yeah. Yeah. They were only a thing for like 2 years, maybe. Wait, that's ammunition! That's valuable! No! Oh! Wait, maybe some of it survived. Maybe if I run back down the hill. Maybe if I run back down that building. No! No! Well, shit. Shit and abuse. That's what you call a character arc. Be an insufferable douche for 99% of the game and then save it at the last second. Well, there is going to be an Alan Wake 2, Nikki. Let me switch my shoulders again. It's not fair. There was time now.
Whoa,
Genuinely
geez.
my favorite. Oh golly. Hey, Jazz, did you see my my Demon Souls video where I made that joke? See that guy? Check that one out. I need to ask you to stop eating shit. You can't ask me that, okay? Now, we've been over this. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, like right in front of me, too. Why? Every time with these guys. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. I don't get any time to think. I don't get any time to Alan think. Where's the big guy? You are a fucking fuck. Alright, these little dudes. Little dudes think they're people. Ow! You quit throwing mops at me for like 2 seconds. Punch this guy in the pancreas. Prefer if I didn't Alan think. Alright, I'll try. Fuck, it's probably from behind me again, isn't it? Ow! Jesus, it is! I'm running into nothing. Okay, hang on. Flare. Everyone shut up and leave me alone. I'm just gonna run for it, okay? I've got flares. Got flares for dares. We're just gonna hoof it. Just gonna do a little bit of a hoofy. Just gonna stumble through the woods. Like every good writer inevitably does. It's fine. Flares. It's what's for breakfast. There. That wasn't so bad. Wow, not cool enemies encircling you like this. I don't remember them doing this in the 360 version. Like, I remember them swarming me. But I don't remember them just appearing behind me in every encounter. It really fucks me up. Because, like, the camera shoots off, like, west, and it's like, hey, enemies coming from the west. And then it gives me control. Take a drink. And I immediately get slapped from the east. You know, what is this? A Shakespearean play? There's this really cool YouTube channel called Pale Voyager that you should check out. It's not cool. It's not a very cool channel. People are unsubbing by the minute. I just booted up a new game to try, and the cheerful music is so out of place with stream that it's jarring. What game is it? Not cool, enemies, not cool. Oh, you did see it, Jazz. Okay, cool. I'm really proud of that one. It took me like 5 minutes to put together, and it's probably some of my best work. That and the Mystical Ninja starring Goemon video. Those are my two my legacies. Alan emerges from the forest and is glowing like Mr. Burns. He means you no harm. You love that you can become a fucking AI when panicked, running into a wall. Leave me alone. Just I am the attract mode on every arcade game that you've ever seen. All right, I drank. I punished myself for the mistake of saying a word. I would have expected them to do that to you on the 360 version, but them...
Well done. You have come far, but there's
Gross.
still a little further to go. You must take full control of your own mind. Reject all of the fantasies you have constructed.
Yeah, well, I think I can do that. A lot of the stuff I've seen here is personal and ugly as hell. I'll admit it hurts, but it's not fooling me. I know it's fake.
Good. You are aware. The part of you bent on self-destruction is not. But you must be careful, just because you know the lies for what they are.
Simultaneous
that doesn't make the danger any less real.
I'll make it. I don't have any choice.
Here. I cannot come any further, but this will help you on your way.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks, I guess.
Thank you for a page. Holy shit, your other friend is streaming and he also drank when I did. You ever think about that? Like when you're pooping, you're like, how many millions of people are pooping at this very moment? Or like when you say thank you, how many people just said thank you at the exact same moment all over the world? You ever think about that kind of stuff? I do all the time.
Hey, let me tell you something, Alan.
Oh.
I know how your mind works.
No, you don't.
You screw up, then you start analyzing it, and before you know it, you start writing all these horror stories in your head. Don't you?
Come on,
okay,
I
she
don't
does.
do that.
She does know.
Yes, you do. I know how it goes. You're a complete failure. I hate you, and I'll never forgive you for whatever it was that you did.
Jesus.
Am I wrong?
Oh, man.
See? I know you. But Alan, it's all in your head. It is. I love you, and I'm not going anywhere.
Everyone else has had more sex than me. Ooh, does anybody else get that feeling? Right? Is that what you're talking about, kid up? Instead, I'm here shitting.
They kept coming.
Gross.
There were too many of them. Hordes and hordes of them. Swarming over the landscape, eager to kill. They were coming for Wake, and this time they would get him with sheer numbers.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. I'll be real with you. Like, if I'm going to be super honest, I don't like that. I am a person who does not like that. What did I just accomplish? Ow, fuck. They're just throwing shit at me. Oh, I guess I accomplished that. Shows what you know, TV Wake, you fucking idiot. We should make a bet on which one of us will die on a toilet. Considering how much time I spend on one, it's definitely going to be me. You love the sing-songy response? Nah, K-Dot, that's an actual song. Look it up. Oh, they're behind me. They're all behind me all the time, always. Every day of my goddamn life. Ank! Yeah, that's right. I don't have to solve my own problems anymore. I have the lighthouse. You fucking chunguses. Yeah, it's a whole music video with rabbits. Look it up. Everyone else has had more sex than me. Someone surely put it on YouTube by now. It's catchy. Catchy song. And you know, rabbits always be fucking, yeah, it's you know. It's a product of the times. I wish I had this the whole game. TV Wake was full of garbage. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy's a big fat phony. Look at that. This should be the whole game. If I could just have this from start to finish, I think Alan Wake would be a lot more fun. For me. Just for me specifically. I would enjoy myself more. I could have lots of sexes. Could I? How would I accomplish that? What are your tips? What are your tips for a flat belly? Uh-oh. It's getting a little spicy in here. Excuse me, fellas. Just gotta find my next clear button. There we go. Don't mind me, gentlemen. Yeah, you can have one on the house. You're a big fat phony! Like that? That guy? Fuck off. Get lost. I probably shouldn't be wasting my hunter rounds. My hunting rifle rounds. You know, it's just that kind of place. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. It's getting bad again. Okay, is there anyone else coming after me? Probably. I have to stay moving. Okay, got ourselves a checkpoint. That's what's up, meow. Hey guys, he's a big fat phony. Oh, there's so many. Look at them all. Look at them just congregating and conjugating. No longer my problem mating. Ugh. Ow, that's a shovel. That's just a whole ass human shovel. What's the matter with you guys? You ain't got no respect. You ain't got no manners. Wait, can I go around here? Is there something over here? No, just broken dreams. It's a shovel knight. A monster party. Welcome to the stream, Grems. How are you? How are you on this fine afternoon / pre-evening? Doing a little bit of Alan Wake, you know, facing my demons, as it were. You know, it's light work. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Oh, they got taken care of already. Look at that. No coffee mugs in a dark place nightmare. Yeah, he's got no time to think about that kind of stuff. Oh, that was a big one. That was my entire shit. That guy removed my ass and all my shit. At the same time. But I survived.
The lighthouse. I was relieved to have made it here, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen now.
I'm going to explore behind the lighthouse, you know? See what that dumpy's all about. See what kind of a dumpy we've got behind. See, look, there's a chair. There's probably a video game in that chair. Wow, how'd I know? I've played a video game or two in my time. Worry not. Removing all the shit, just like Harry Potter. I mean, okay, be honest. And I know that you're going to say yes, Papa Beloaf, because you have honesty in your heart. If you were a wizard, if you had magic, you would absolutely teleport your turds out of your body without having to shit them, right? I think that's a given. And you'd probably have like a pet monkey, right? I think that's a given. Depends. It's good.
Zane had left me. I wasn't sure what the dark presence had done to him if he couldn't follow, but from now on, I was on my own. Still,
yes,
he had gotten me this far.
It's a
I
given.
would never have made it by myself. This thing was going to end. It wouldn't be long now.
Just gotta climb this lighthouse. This tower of ship home. And we'll never have to worry about anything ever again until Alan Wake 2. And isn't that exciting? Speaking of chair, I went downtown in my city 3 hours ago, and some Asian girl was crossing the street with her gamer chair. Was she like sitting in the gamer chair and she was like scooching it forward, or did she have it like slung over her shoulder? What was her situation? Okay, so that says Return. That's the name of the book that Alan Wake wrote about his teleporting turds. That's all. That's all I wanted you to know. If I was Muggleborn and experienced toilets, then no, I don't think I would deal with shit on my butt. She sat in it to cross, hit a rock and it. Oh wait, you weren't doing prose. She sat in it to cross, hit a rock and it stopped her, so she got up and pushed it the rest of the crosswalk. I wouldn't want my gamer chair to be touching the street, you know? Okay, here we go. It didn't freeze. That's a good sign. He was doing prose. She sat in it to cross, hit a rock and it stopped her, so she got up and pushed it the rest of the crosswalk. Is that better, Beatlo?
I was surprised by the change of scenery.
Really?
But not much.
At this point?
I was starting to understand the symbolism, the way the dark place flowed.
I'm going backwards. Maybe there's a video game back here. You know, if you guys ever played video games before, listen up. What you're supposed to do is, like, the game says go up, right?
Did something all right.
Hello? The fuck? You're supposed to go up, but then instead of going up, you go down. Because if you go down when the game says go up, you're going to find stuff that you wouldn't find if you followed instructions. Now that's video games. Now you can trust me because I've been playing them for 30 years. So definitely, your hard work will pay off. See? Just like that. Girl gamer in the Crossway. She was probably on her way to a Bully Hunters interview, you know? Is that a rotten thing to say? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to be a good boy. Girl Gamer in the Crossway by Alan Wake. Oh, you just jumped as I got in? I was so sleep deprived that I slept for 14 hours. Oh, you must have needed it. Welcome to the stream, Blazing Sun. That strat will get you everything in Skyrim. For really real, it will. They thought they were being sneaky, giving me this entire path up a mountain. Don't follow map markers. Can you imagine in Alan Wake 2 they reveal Alan Wake is a real man? No, I can't even imagine that. That's too much. You're heading into like QAnon territory with these kinds of wild theories. Wow, when it said bridge, it meant it. Jesus. Hey, Barry.
Hey, Al. Feeling kind of depressed here.
What's wrong, buddy?
What? So Zane's your new buddy now. I feel abandoned.
Oh no, it was always you, Barry.
You're not even real.
It was always you.
That doesn't mean I don't have any feelings.
Alright, well, if you're in Alan Wake's consciousness, you don't have any feelings. They manifest him IRL, and that was the point of these interweaved narratives. Ah, I see.
Thing is, you need to get all rational here. Abandon your fantasies, right? Well, I kind of hate to say this, pal, but I'm one.
Fine.
It was all a big science.
Bye.
Wow, that worked. What, no TV Wake to tell me some dumb shit's gonna happen? He was surrounded by diarrhea, waist deep in it. He couldn't move. He was sinking in the diarrhea. You know, and then there's like actually like a word that says
Al,
drain.
What I'm saying is the only way you're getting in that cabin is through me.
Wait.
It's one of those kill your darlings things.
Alright.
But hell, you're used to that, big shot writer.
Shut up! Get the fuck out of here, Barry!
It was even taking the people Wake knew.
Oh, there he is.
Friends against him. They were all against him.
Wait, all of them? Like all of my friends? Casper Darling is against me too?
What does it say about when you're this desperate to keep yourself from getting better?
That I like. That I'm afraid of change? I like myself? Is Barry a big dude? Is he gonna rush me down? I'm not gonna let him. Get the hell out of here, Barry, you dingus. Casper Darling would never turn against us.
And then you can't even get along with that guy.
The worst crime.
You're a master.
I mean, true, but the worst crime that Control ever committed on us was not letting us meet Casper Darling in the flesh. I like Police Girl. She's badass. Et tu, sweet Barry? Barium Wheeler. That Gore-Tex jacket is plus 100 light defense. It really is, man. He's... Eyeballs!
Let's crack that writer's block of yours,
You know what they say, you are what you eat, though. Oh, Jesus, birds. Okay, well, I see. It really is all my friends. Look, there's Emil Hartman. Are those flashbangs? Those are lithium batteries, never mind. I'm getting dyed over here. Okay. Alright, Mr. Hartman. I see you. I mean, I don't, because you're like one of those teleporting guys. Oh, there's shot. Oh, I get the pumpy. I get the pumpy, baby. As soon as I take this guy down, he's getting the pumpy, baby. He's getting that pump-a-lump. As long as I don't have to expect any more ambushes while I'm hunting him down. Here, you're gonna have my last hunting shot. That's for you. Now, it's Christmas came early. Now, let's switch the gun out really quick before things get really wacky. Remember the end of the game being shorter than this? This is the DLC.
It's great that my job mostly consists of making sure.
Why didn't it switch? I held the button. I want the gun. There we go. We got the pumpy now.
I have several lawyers on speed dial just because I never know when to get in trouble again. You know what kind of people need that? Gangsters and assholes. And you're not a gangster.
Oh, there's a few of them. Oh, there's a bunch. My guy. I don't care for this. I don't want to fight multiple dudes. Wait, are these the Odin? Are these the Asgard brothers? It's hard to tell.
a dozen times over?
BFF, Al!
BFF!
And they're holding what looks to be guitars, so probably, right? Yeah. It's really hard to make them out. They're not saying anything, so I'm not really getting... Oh, there we go. It is them. Alright, cool. Hey, buddy. You ready to catch this, this? Whatever this is called? You enjoying that? Alright. Sarah Breaker is gonna absolutely wreck me? Nah. I don't believe in gods. It would have been better if that was the last shot. Kind of got robbed there.
It's totally not. And you have to literally pay
your best friend
to hang out with you because
everybody else
refuses to put up with your
surly ass.
Did you just call me Shirley? Never call me Shirley. Alright, Barry Wheeler, if that is your real name. I'm gonna give you the pumpy. I forgot to reload my pumpy. Hang on, if you just give me the courtesy of letting me reload real quick. Yeah, point blank, baby. You're about to be left for dead. Ow! Fuck, trade. You never jest? Is that a rifle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh god, it's birds again, isn't it? Seen it before. How did I still take damage? I did the flare thing. I did the ting with the flare. I only have one flare left, so I'm gonna have to start being careful. Wow, this one means it. This is the serious Barry. Looking a little thin, a little wispy.
Al, I swear to God, you're driving me nuts.
Must there be a new flock of birds every time? Is that really necessary? I feel like I might be missing something. Let me, oh. Okay, a little bit of Chinese cum. Didn't realize I was going to have to be dealing with that, but I guess it's good to get it out of the way. So I'm just doing a little bit of spring cleaning here, Barry. Okay, so you can only affect Barry with the focused light. You can't just get him with the incidental light. He's too final boss for that, you know? Since the main game didn't have one. A little light music. That seemed friendly. Just gonna load up on batteries here. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about a little old thing. Monster House. Just gonna make sure we're all reloaded. All nice and loaded for bear. So many loads. TV is broken. I suppose we should enter the cabin. Is there anything else I can explore, though? Around the cabin. Just falling to my death. That's not really what I want. Not what I want. I suspect we're going to finish this early, so I have a little surprise for you guys after this.
Why is this happening to me? It's too dark. Where am I? I can't find my way. Why is this happening to me? I can't find my way. It's too dark. Why is this happening to me?
Just like that, my mind was clear. Zane had been right. I could think clearly again. But I couldn't survive in this place the way he had, and I might not make it back a second time. Leaving this place would be hard. Maybe impossible. It wouldn't take much for my thoughts to stray again. It was too easy to get lost in the dark place. Before, I was ready to curl up and die, let myself slip away. But here I was, the yet unwritten future waiting to unfold before me. A sequel to Departure. My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer.
Why is Zane so baller and Wake a doofus? Well, you know, people are different. Maybe Zane is such a megalomaniac that he couldn't write a character cooler than himself. Entitled Return. Yeah, so it's going to be this whole story about his turds and how he teleports them away like a good wizard. There's probably some symbolism there in that the story he writes while in the dark place the first time is called Departure, and at the end of it he departs from this reality. And now he's writing a story called Return, which I assume is his attempt to return to reality if the events of Control and the AWE expansion mean anything. So... Wait, this might be copyrighted music. Hang on. Skip this. Did I finish that yet? Yeah, we don't really see a lot of Mr. Scratch stuff in Alan Wake. Most of the Mr. Scratch stuff comes in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and then, of course, in Control. So I'm just going to quickly run down the deal with Mr. Scratch, since there is no remastered version of American Nightmare, and there likely never will be. So Mr. Scratch is created by Thomas Zane as sort of a, I guess sort of a balance, right? Mr. Scratch is the version of Alan Wake that returns to the real world, but he's corrupted. He's different. He's basically the dark presence. The dark presence isn't possessing him like it does Barbara Jagger, but it is a version of Alan Wake born from the dark presence. He is evil, but he's not intentionally evil. Thomas Zane didn't make him to be a bad guy, but there's a piece of paper, a report in Control that talks about how urban legends and the way people believe in them, how it is able to manifest altered world events. And so the deal with Mr. Scratch is he is sort of like that. He's like an altered world event based on an urban legend. He's born out of the hype that was created when Alan Wake visited Bright Falls. So what do people know about Alan Wake? Well, he has a violent disposition. He's a drunk. He's mentally unstable, right? These are things that the people in town see. These are the things that people hear about him, see about him, see him respond to in news interviews or talk show interviews. So Mr. Scratch is the version of Alan Wake that everyone sees in Judgment. And, yeah, it's not good. It's not good times. It's implied in Alan Wake's American Nightmare that Mr. Scratch is defeated, but I very much think that game, the entirety of it, is either A, a failed attempt to escape the dark place, or B, the entire thing was a hallucination, a trick by the dark place to make him think that he was making some sort of progress to getting out. How is that different from the one we see? Not really. It isn't really. I mean, the difference is our Alan has other qualities buried in there too, whereas Mr. Scratch is just a caricature filled with only Alan's bad qualities. So just like the real Alan Wake, I guess. There's no way for me to talk my way out of this one. You remember him killing random people on TV for Wake? Yeah. Yeah, I can't play Alan Wake American Nightmare, unfortunately. I'm not able to stream 360 games currently. He's an Alan fake. It's like when Rick and Morty's toxins leave them. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what that is like, yes. Except the original Alan Wake isn't removed of his toxins. He still has them. it's shown in Control that Alice Wake is being haunted by Mr. Scratch. Anytime the lights go out, she sees him approaching her and menacing her and stuff. So it's pretty. She's not had a great time despite being released from the Dark Presence. Things are from the Dark Place. I mean, things are pretty bad. But yeah, that's Alan Wake. I think I've pretty much talked about everything I want to regarding this game for now. I'm just going to reiterate what I said at the start of the stream before more people were here. I am going to break down basically everything that's important that happens in Alan Wake. I'm going to explain Alan Wake. I'm going to explain Control when we start Alan Wake 2. And I'm going to make, announcements about this so that anyone who hasn't played Control, who wasn't there for the stream, who might want to play it beforehand, doesn't get spoiled. I know I dropped the ball a few times during this playthrough in my excitement. But I think I'm going to handle it a little bit differently when Alan Wake 2 comes out. And I think it's going to be very important to know everything that's going on before we begin. There are a lot of loose threads that need to be tied together. Alan Wake doesn't have a set release date, but it is supposed to come out in 2023. And so that's pretty exciting. We're not really too far away from 2023 at this point. We're already 3/4 into the year. And I figured it would only be, the streaming equivalent of doing my taxes to play Alan Wake Remastered in preparation. I kind of want to do another playthrough of Control, but I don't think I'll be streaming that. That'll probably just be for my personal investment. Maybe 2023 will give me horror games that aren't just remakes or remasters. Wouldn't that be something? It would be. I mean, it's looking like that's sort of happening. Like, it's sort of on the way. We're sort of getting there. There's some games coming down the pipeline. Gross. Okay, so we have two options going forward now. Also, I'd like to point your attention to the soundtrack. I can, these are just actual, for the most part, songs. These are real. These are real songs. I could play any of these right now and get all of us nuked off of the platform. All I have to do is press X to end our lives as we know it. But I won't. I won't do it. Time to load up Dynamite Heady. No. I have something else. But first, I'd like some feedback, if you don't mind. For those of you who sat through Freudian slip. For those of you who enjoyed Alan Wake Remastered with me, what did you guys think of the playthrough? What did you think of the game? Do you think it held up from 10 years ago? Was this your first time seeing Alan Wake? Old gods aren't real though, so play it. Oh well, I'll give it a go. We'll see. I mean, if the end gets copyright struck, I can always just cut the end of the video off. I don't need your approval. No, I don't. But I'd still like to know what you guys thought. You already loved it? It's mainly the story and presentation? You're done worshipping and shit? Well, welcome to the stream, D. We just finished. We're going to put on Old Gods of Asgard, the Poet and the Muse. I think it's probably a good idea to play their songs anyway, because this song is written about Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger.
There's an altar wrought with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the words the poet used.
I think it has really good ideas, laid good foundations for a sequel. I feel like Control was a tighter and better present. Yeah, I agree. I still feel like I'm going to get copyright struck for this, but we'll see.
Till in the stillness of wonder and still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the wave she drowned.
So it's telling us the backstory. So as mentioned, between Thomas Zane and Alan Wake, these guys also dealt with the Dark Presence. I am not going to play Dynamite Heady in a minute.
And when you swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted endlessly in the darkness of the lake.
I don't think the old gods of Asgard ever went to the Dark Place, but they had to deal with the Dark Presence in town.
You will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny.
It's kind of interesting that all these events were basically set up to help Alan Wake.
Dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes. We're in a morning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains, for it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.
Dope. Yeah, there it is. You're having a high pain day? I don't like that for you, dude. I hope you're able to relax and unwind a little bit. I don't know, man. We're hitting 2 hours. I don't even know if I want to do this thing today. I don't remember how long it's going to take. I'll probably still do it, though. If I do get copyright struck for this song, I'm going to be so mad, because this is important lore. What am I supposed to do about that? It's lore. Alright, there's one more. So this is the song that plays when you're at their farm, and you have to fight the horde. You know, Thor and Odin's voices really changed. The darkness took their voices. It took their minds, actually. They went a little insane. Well, I don't think that's fair to say. I don't think it actually took their minds. I think having to think about and deal with it all the time and have no one believe them kind of had them go a bit batty. Just like the Lady of the Light. She was a bit spicy by the time she was done holding that vigil for 30 years. It leaves them with Jim Henson voices. Exactly. Both. Darkness was their muse, and it took its payment. Hey, got him. So an Old Gods of Asgard song actually plays in Control. When you're doing the ashtray maze, you need one of their songs to safely traverse it. Ati the janitor gives you a Walkman. Running up that hill. I wish that was the song that played in the ashtray maze. Someone should edit that together. Someone better than me. Beatloaf would do it if he could. Delightful. So they're so powerful they can create a bubble of safety, the safety of rock. The dark place and the dark presence, I guess, they amplify and make manifest artistic expression. So in a way, the song, the poet and the muse, sort of manifests the solution to Alan Wake's problem by existing as a song. More or less. And this dark presence bullshit happens roughly every 20 years in Cauldron Lake in Bright Falls. Now, the final line of the main game, Alan Wake says it's not a lake, it's an ocean. And I interpret that to be one of two things. One, a more literal sense that the lake itself isn't just a lake, it's a threshold. And so instead of just being a body of water, it is an entire universe on the other side of it. Hence an ocean. The other interpretation is that what Alan thought was a single problem is actually a much larger problem. I'm not really explaining that all that well. It's not fully formed. Honestly, I think it's the first one. I think it's just referring to the fact that that Cauldron Lake is a threshold, but you know. Okay, so I think I'm good with Alan Wake now. I think we've touched everything. Of course, there are still the manuscript pages, right? We have not gotten all the manuscript pages. Have a good one, Nikki. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. I wish you luck on your adventure / hell trek. We're missing pages, right? Some pages can only be gotten on nightmare difficulty. Some pages we just missed as a matter of course through the playthrough. What I'm going to do on my own time, I'm going to get all the pages, and then I'm going to upload a YouTube video of Alan reading them all in sequence. I think that's honestly the best thing that I can do in terms of delivering you guys as much of a complete experience as I can. Depending on how long it takes to actually go through all the pages, I may just like quickly stream it at some point, you know, and just do it that way. I'm not sure. I'll figure something out. So, Alan Wake is done. Do you guys remember PT? Do you guys remember Silent Hills PT? The little game that could on the PlayStation 4. The whole project was canceled, and the PT trailer was not only removed from the PlayStation Store, but if you delete it off your console, you can't even download it. Like it's just been wiped. Well, someone finished the game. Someone finished Silent Hills, the game. We finally get to know what happened after PT. You know, and we're gonna do that now. I'm going to load up the game, and we'll play through it together really quick. Okay. That's what's happening next. As far as the actual game that I'm going to be playing after Alan Wake, I haven't decided yet. So I guess that I'll have to take some days to think about that. So thank you everyone for being part of Alan Wake Remastered and joining me on this little adventure, being a part of the stream. I'll see you in a second.